teka kaibuku muna kapona nese kosiove pamenzo ya Mwamba umebaya iya baba ume ya baba ume
kate kama bantu twakulira lelo twakulira shikakukonke milimo shove
Honorable JJ Banda, good day.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, let's play your song before we begin the formal program. Ladies and gentlemen, viewers, kindly share. We are hosting Honorable JJ Banda, independent MP, former independent MP for Petauke. And join us, we'll be reviewing the week and we'll be getting some comments from him. Baba, lizani nyimbo yanu.
Okay, but we are not yet ready on the page. I can see.
We are ready. Just play. I'll sort that out. You are free even to speak and begin to invite viewers.
Okay, so share the program before we start. moyo na kulimba na ndimjelekeze wale kondo kondo chilungamo. Love, mulikuti kwelani, Paulo, mulikuti kwelani, kwelani mukitambizile kondo, Yesu wa moyo, kulimba na kimtelekezo. Yes, Ambassador. Good evening.
Yeah, Baba, we are live. We are doing well. Just let the song play. I'll come back to you.
Okay. Elekwasi sharingani tiravile kuchitika independence. These people speaking vantu vavutika vantu. At this point, if everyone would be quiet, I'm sure it was the direction of from the Almighty God. So that it will tell me root yatidimo. That's why for some of us, if we're struggling, we don't ask God to say, why are we in this situation? God is the one who knows our journey. Even our children, we have taught them to say, no, be strong. You can imagine where children now, they will even question me. They will even question you to say, Daddy, can we all change our surnames so that maybe we can go back to the way we used to live? But we tell them to say, no, don't. That is your decision. We'll get independence, and then when we get independence, you come and enjoy all of us. There's no way of changing the name. If we really just change the zina, tuongo, suwa moyo, ulimba na jinjete. We need independence. So we are strong. We don't even question because God knows why we are in this situation. And we don't question, no, because this is the way He prepared for us. Yes, I know, the children have really suffered. But we just tell them to say the president we have, this is what he has delivered. You children suffering, he's enjoying. You can imagine children calling you to say, that why can't we all of us change the names, the surnames? Maybe things can come back to normal. We can start using the vehicles we were using since they grabbed everything. All the accounts were grabbed. I said, no. Wait, the independence is coming. There's no way of you, my children, to start changing surname to Banda. Yes, no. To Hajeje, no. So just be strong, my children. This is what I encourage them every day. The Independence Day is coming because the leader, if we have got a leader, if we had a leader you are not supposed to see your people you are leading in difficult situation. You are supposed to remove them from the situation. Now imagine if my children can call me to ask me so that maybe if they can go back to start using the vehicles the government grabbed from us, from them, all those privileges they grabbed from the children. If they can tell me to say, Daddy, can we change the names to Banda? Now imagine those children to know to say, in Zambia, if you change a name to Banda, which means you'll be okay, you'll be enjoying. No, 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 no. People, please, let's change. Let's get independence. Territory independence. Yeah, Chief Kwano once was similar to Lomba to say, I'm sure the direction of the new dawn UPND government, it's maybe everyone to change into to be Habanda, Hamlenga, Hachanda, Hawat. That's when now maybe they can start enjoying. So before we start talking, we are waiting for Ambassador Mwamba so that we can start. So you can call whatever names you can call. For us, we don't mind because we are on a mission of getting independence. So a lot of people will be backing, but won't be looking behind where we are coming from. That's why for some of us, we don't have hate. We have been hate. Yes, Chibaba. It hurts in the situation where we are. Our children are in pain. Our relatives are in pain. The people around us are in pain. But we just tell them the encouraging words to say, don't question God to say why you're in this situation. Let's continue praying. God is going to answer us. Just the way George, I had the same question. I taught my children to say, I had the same question to say, does God answer the prayer? I said, yes, God answer. So now, Daddy, how is it? How is it? I taught them to say, the people of Malawi, we are going through the same thing we are going through, some of us. It's so painful. Where the children are suffering, the way they were going on well to school because their parents had prepared everything. But just someone, because of political differences, you come and grab everything without any offense, which is very bad. Which is very bad. So our children are strong. They have been strong. It's not easy for the children to stay the way they have been staying because they had vehicles, they had everything. But because of political differences, someone wakes up and then said to say, no, there was a case at Central Police, there was a case of this. No, you get this person. Really? You don't have intelligence to tell you, you don't have legal team to tell you that there is no any case, such cases. But we don't. We would never tell. We would never question God. And God is about. God already answered our prayers, but soon He will remove us where we are. You can imagine whereby some of us, even this position we had, it's not that. The position we had, it's not that maybe we inherited whereby someone had to leave. No, we fought for them. We suffered for them. If you check our behind, it's hard, it's painful. And then just someone, because of political differences, just come and grab it. But vaechechi, mukasikumbuka tinaimwe mulina vana vaechechi. Mulina mianda. Mulina how are they going to feel if you are going through the same way, them without any case, me under without any case, and then the future president just wake up and say, me under, we are prosecuting you because of this and this and this, without any problem. However, we are prosecuting you of this and this, the offenses they never committed. Mr. Church, whatever whatever you're planting, I'm sure, I'm sure you are prepared for the future. You are prepared. You have prepared this for the future because it's not God. See our children the way they are suffering, and then now you were there in Zika's holding your daughter. You think us you don't. Anyway, God is there. We have already asked God. The God who have answered the people of Malawi will answer the people of Zambia. The God, the same God who has answered the people of Malawi will answer our prayers. There's no two way about it. So this I'm just telling you so that at least as we are waiting so that we can start the program with the host. But I can assure you to say, we are strong and we'll be strong. But we will know to say the same way, the same God John the Baptist believed in. That's what we believed in. Yeah, so for those who can insult, for those who can do what, you are welcome, but your time is coming. Kwasu tikuti chaona mzako chapita, mawa chilipaliwe. So chatu chilupita, koma mawa chilubwera pali inu, omwe mtukana, imwe amene mtukana. Just not to say tomorrow, it's your turn also to go through what we are going through. But we don't wish you that because we pray to God. Vengeance is for God. But if you continue insulting the way you are insulting, yeah, time will come for you. Because we never committed any offense. Even the same way church knows to say it's just politics. So even him, he should also teach his children. The way we are teaching our children, the way we are counseling our children to say, no problem, time is coming. Don't change surname. Time will come for you to come and enjoy everything. It will pass. I'm sure you are also educating them. You're also educating them. Because you are a parent and you can't. Even Israel never did this. Despite Hakainde committing the offense, Israel said, no, he's got a family. The children have suffered. The wife have suffered. Will remove you. He was given knowledge. Without any condition to say, we'll give you knowledge and then join the patriotic front. No. Israel just said, give him knowledge. Because a lot of people, they had talked. Give him none. Then continue with your political party. Because there was democracy. But right now, that's why we are fighting independence. Because there's no democracy. Ambassador, so I don't know if we can start.
Yes, we'll be starting very soon. I'm just sorting out your page. As soon as I'm done, I'll come back to you. You can play your song again.
Okay, so I'll continue just telling people about what is happening. What is happening? So there are some other people who are calling here to say, no, this is the time now. You are praying to God. This is the time you have known God. No, go back to my page. Go back to my page. Check. Even if before I became the MP, and when I was the MP, check every program before I start. I used to ask the host for us to pray. Go to Petahog, even to my page, it's there. We're asking the host to pray to God for protection. That's why I'm here. Because the devil, I'm sure, never wanted me to be here. That's why you're insulting to say, no, this and this. I'm not. And for some of you, to know you're a fugitive. A fugitive. You are seeing a fugitive. A fugitive. Huyo wana paniole macha diplomatic passport. Yeah. So this is how it is, and we don't know about that. Yeah, so you can call whatever as long the Almighty God knows to say we have never committed any offense. And that's why if there was any offense, as we are waiting for the host, if there was any offense now, let me tell you, Hakainde was going to use that offense. They were not going to send people to abduct me. At now, but you have seen now. If there was any offense, they were not going to abduct me. They were just going to use the same offense to take me wherever they wanted to take me. But they abducted me, they knew to say, this person is clean, like a handkerchief for may his soul rest in peace, KK, our founding father. Yeah. If I had any offense, they were supposed to arrest me, even to come and arrest me at parliament. But they failed because I was clean. That's what they did. What they abducted me, rescued. When they failed, they said, "Oh," they started now panicking how to fabricate stories, how to fabricate cases. You saw it even took Mr. Hakainde Hichilema to fabricate a case to address me, for him to fabricate a case to say no, there was someone who beat the hell out of the police. Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, you're on media every day. And nowadays, there's a lot of cameras everywhere. Check in the social media if I had beaten the hell out of the police. There were going to be footage everywhere circulating in social media showing me committing that offense. But there's nothing. It should tell you, Mr. Hichilema, to say, I'm clean. And it went, that matter went to, I was arrested, went to court, and I was acquitted. And the person at Central Police who had beaten the police was arrested, was imprisoned. But here, as a president, because you have failed to deliver, now what you want to deliver is now to arrest people, to make their children suffer. Have you seen the way the children for Chitotel have suffered? Without any offense. And is a church elder like you. Same church, shame. Nixon Chilango. The children, the way they have suffered. The wife, he even lost the wife and the father. If Nixon Chilango was there, if he wasn't inside where he wasn't going to lose the father. He was going to evacuate the father even to India. Bowman Musambo just simply challenged you politically. Malanji, take his children. Bowman Musambo, the way his children. Munia has got a family where he is. Me here, I've got the family without any case. If Munia had any case, you would have arrested him in 2021. And he wasn't going even to stand. Because anyone to stand, you're supposed to be cleared. Munia stood as an independent. Munia stood as an independent. And as an independent, before you stand, you're supposed to be cleared. Me, I stood as an independent. And I was cleared. I never had any offense. That's why we started. We said no. There in parliament, I was debating well. But because I challenged you in parliament, because your MPs, they don't know how to debate. How many MPs? Even the same Murusa now, this is when he has known in Sorowezi. But people are watching. People are watching. Before we start, first we are just talking this, before we start the main program. People are watching Mr. Hichilema. And you remember, soon, Mianda will have children. Think of those children for Mianda. You won't be there. The great children, you won't be there. What legacy are you going to leave for your family? Whereby now, if it's not from your tribe, if you're not stronger, which means you'll be either sent in exile, either sent in prison, or you'll be appearing in court. How many Tongas have you arrested? No one. And thank you for the boss at for the CEO at Rasta. So that CEO did a very good job because people were not believing what is happening. So it's good now that
Wonderful, wonderful. Today we are
see.
hosting my dear brother, former independent MP for Petauke Central, Honorable JJ Banda. The last time we hosted him, we had poor connectivity, but today I think it sounds very clear. Baba, welcome to the program, and I'm glad that you've been calling people for me. I'm grateful that
Thank you so much.
Yeah, wonderful. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we are just reviewing events of the week. There's been the United Nations General Assembly where I'm attending, as you are aware. There was a lot of hula baloo about my attendance. I don't know. Sometimes, it surprises me, even me. I always say, can it be a problem for Emmanuel Mwamba to attend the United Nations General Assembly? Can it be? I've been privileged to have been, spokesperson for the late president, Zambia's second president, Dr. Frederick Chilwa, for 10 years. I was privileged to be permanent secretary for almost 5 years. In the last 8 years, I've been a diplomat, Zambia's High Commissioner to South Africa with accreditation to Lesotho and Madagascar. I've been Zambia's ambassador to Ethiopia with accreditation to Sudan, Djibouti, and Somali. I was the permanent representative for the African Union. I was the permanent representative for the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa. I remember when Zambia hosted the AU in 2020, and I was already a critic of President Hakainde Hichilema, and I turned up at Mulungushi for that extraordinary summit that was being held. There was a dinner for heads of states, and of course with some delegates from Zambia, and I attended that, and the way they kept on harassing me, trying to find out my card, where I got it from, I laughed. A person in my capacity cannot fail if I really sought an invitation. In many cases, the invitations I don't seek them, they come. So my current visit to the UN was by the invitation of the UN. Some people are saying, but why are you not taking pictures with the Zambian delegation? They are afraid. They are afraid of President Hakainde Hichilema. Many of them said, we can't appear in pictures with you. You know what kind of president we have. So it's not their fault or my fault that we have. Maybe the minister, if I had met the minister, probably he as a politician would not mind taking a picture with me. But however, we've had a wonderful day. I met a lot of colleagues. This lady here was a high commissioner from Swaziland in South Africa. Now she's in Geneva, and she recently retired. We're trying to do livestock in Zambia together. If you remember that New Zealand is a leading in dairy production in the world. Nestle, the milk company, the dairy company, is the biggest in the world, is from New Zealand. And there's something they do in New Zealand, something very nice, where they've incorporated local communities, the local people, the indigenous people, and Nestle farms together. In fact, the chiefs in the area where Nestle does this dairy they say is the wealthiest traditional leader across the world, maybe excluding the Queen. So we're trying to pioneer similar activity that we could bring dairy programs to Zambia, coming on the shoulders of Nestle and New Zealand. This one, Mary Robinson, she was the first woman female president in Ireland, and you remember she's the first one to have chaired the United Nations Human Rights Commission. And you know the UNHCR is dealing with human rights issues, including issues of Zambia. So, you know, she was very glad to share with me. We talked. This gentleman is a friend of mine, is from Geneva. You know, Zambia was vice chair when I was at the African Union. Zambia was vice chair of what we call a C10. This is a committee of 10, which is championing reforms at the United Nations. So we used to sit, because you have to coordinate with the colleagues from New York, colleagues from Geneva, and then you push together the African agenda. So I met a lot of people, and many of you, you've seen me with President William Ruto of Kenya. I've had several pictures with him. There's a picture when he was vice president that I have with him, that were together at Pamosi Hotel. You will remember that even President Edgar Lungu met him, and I also met him separately. I've met him in Nairobi, and we were glad to bump into each other at the UN. This was at the VIP room. So I was laughing at those people that were saying Mwamba's been chased, Mwamba's been done. How can you be right in the sanctum where the VIPs are, where even a minister might not be there? How did I find myself there? I want to wakwalesa umwana wenwe manyo Mwamba. Kusumina fa tumwana twali kusha, twali mutuele ku South Africa, twali mutuele ku UN, mwatasha afye ine nalibombele chalo. And I'm proud to be a Zambian that has worked for my country. And so the issues of how has he found himself there should never arise. Then there are people that have been saying, no, Mwamba is a fugitive, like my dear brother, JJ Banda. No, Mwamba is running away from courts of law. Well, Nelson Mandela was a fugitive for 1 year. He lived in Tanzania. He lived in Ethiopia, and he went to do training in Algeria. Many of the leaders, Thabo Mbeki, Jacob Zuma, many of the leaders I know were in exile. I'm not in exile because I want to keep away from Zambia. You are aware, if you look at the UN reports on Zambia, what is their verdict on the state of Zambia's judiciary? It's terrible. They are saying law enforcement agencies, parliament, and the judiciary are being used as weapons. They've been weaponized against the opposition. So what's happening in the courts of law is not justice. There is no rule of law. And this is not my view. This is a view of the United Nations. This is a view of Human Rights Watch International, Amnesty International. This is a view of many people and many institutions that are looking at Zambia, that our institutions, our democratic institutions, have been hijacked by President Hakainde Hichilema. And there is no justice there. You can have favors, but there's no justice in the courts of law. There's no justice at parliament. Our members of parliament can't express themselves. 8 already have been expelled, including JJ Banda. What's happening in parliament is a sham. Our leaders are continuously suspended. They've been made to operate in a very small restricted space. And lucky enough, the international community have noted those injustices. The chaos at the Electoral Commission of Zambia, where such an Electoral Commission of Zambia cannot take us to election. It cannot. Baba, there was an issue of mafumu. At least you are very traditional. You grew up in rural Petauke, but you also in Kasama. I know that you also grew up in Kasama. What did you think of? Let me look for that video. But meanwhile, begin to address this issue. The president expressed concern that the chiefs, some were not standing for the national anthem, and he made them shout out the slogan of One Zambia, One Nation. I was personally embarrassed. I've written about it. I said, Mr. President, Your Excellency, you cannot do that to chiefs. Chiefs have practices that are unique. Some don't go to the funeral. They can never stand for anyone, including the national anthem. Some, like the Litunga, will never speak in public. They can never, they have to have a spokesperson to speak for them. There are some chiefs that would speak, but in many traditional jurisdictions, chiefs don't speak. Chiefs would never stand, even for a president or for a national anthem. Chiefs don't go to the graveyard. So there are certain things. What did you think of that? And please explain. Let me just leave you as I look for that video where the president was making them, declare, swear slogans.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ambassador. Ambassador Mwamba, me, Honorable Emmanuel J. Banda, I was born from Petauke, Chief Karindawalo. And it was in a rural where I was born from, at the village. That's where I lived until 20. That's when I moved now from Petauke to Lusaka to go and look for greener pastures. So, Ambassador, what we saw yesterday, it's an abomination. Ni maloza ya laeti wona mailo, Ambassador. Chifukwa seo pate nzokula. Or papa palace pali ba chief. Ngati upita if you're passing. If you have got a bicycle, you need to walk. You can't pass the palace while cycling. Even the president. Remember, I started politics when I was very young. And I used to escort politicians to go and do kata scores to the chiefs. I never saw a chief standing for a politician. I never saw a chief standing for the president. When the president goes and pay kata score to the chiefs, they usually follow the chief at the palace. It's now when we have seen in New Dawn, when we are seeing abomination, where the president calls the chiefs. You can imagine calling a chief from Mafinga and not sending a helicopter, but asking the chief to say, we'll give you the refund of the fuel. So the chief to move from Mafinga, from Chama, from Burungu, from Kaputa, from Zambezi, from Ikerenge, the chief driving on the road, on those bad roads. You can imagine if it's Kaputa, there's no road there. Chienge, there's no road there. From Chienge, it's a sorry thing to move a chief. Even just from Mansa, even from Samfia, because that Tuta road, it's bad, Ambassador. But you can imagine the chief to move them in those used vehicles from those distances, from Mafinga, where even the same vice president promised in 2021 to say, immediately when we form government, we'll do a road. There's no bus, big buses which are going to Mafinga. The people are using Kanta. And then you ask a chief from Mafinga to say, come to Lusaka. Then they follow you, they respect you. Just because to say, no, he's the president, let's work with him. Let's hear him. We gave him mandate. Because it's the same chiefs who voted. And there are people who voted for the same president. But they said to say, let's go, he's calling us. They go there. And then the same president is asking the chiefs to say, can you stand up? You can imagine. I felt sorry for Wankomesha. Wankomesha. How old is she? I don't know whether the president, he thought of Wankomesha, how old is she? We have just lost the chief in Mungwi, in Northern Province, Mungwi district. We have lost the chief who was 91. Now you can imagine a 91-year-old chief comes and then you ask the chief to say, you should stand. And that national anthem is in 3 phases. Apaname amfumu, amboimba. Aye chechi, ni abomination yaku nyayo. Even my praise singer to say you are doing well. Yes, those praise singers, they will run away from you. Come next year. They won't be with you, you'll be alone. Because those abominations you're doing. And then calling them to say, can you stand? Can you stand? And he starts singing. I can see some of you surely telling Wangomesha. How old is Wangomesha? She should stand before the president to start singing national anthem. Where? Mr. HH, you are cursed. This is what I can tell you, because this is not good. And then we thought that that wasn't enough. With your advisors, you start warning the chiefs to say, you chiefs who are not attending other traditional ceremony, I'm watching you. Really? Ni chinji cha kulovana echechi mukambe kuja mafumu uti mwe msaenda kuta kumiyambo ya miyanu numona now do something for you, because in English you said I'm watching you. Muchakwa sunishi chupinda mula kuti a president yakamba kuti ni muone vamuchita hivi ni muone ninosa kondwela. This is exactly what you're doing, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema. So that's why we won't keep quiet. We'll continue telling you what you're doing. You can imagine telling to say, I'm watching you. But this is exactly what Lazarus Chakwera was doing in Malawi. Was calling chiefs, and then when he calls the chiefs, he aligning them, the headman, start giving them a hell. And then telling them to say, can you say to say, Boma ni Lomweri, this is the same government. There's only this government of Chakwera. Today, where is Chakwera? And they were quiet. They never even fought with Chakwera to say, why are you calling us? Why are you making us sit like this, like maybe we are animals? They were quiet. The same chiefs in Malawi, there are people who are being arrested. There are people who are being sent in exile. But the chiefs were not talking. We are just quiet. And everyone was saying, Bowman in Omweri, this is the only government. This is the only government. Chakwera, you're working good. But he never delivered exactly like what is happening in President Hakainde Hichilema. And the chiefs, they thought that maybe you're calling them to tell them to say now you want to unite the people. But you come and then you call them, you are warning them. No. Vikavyochikapo ni maloza kwasu ni maloza. Koma ngati Southern Province ni maloza lini. Maybe nusa lini kapena koma nukumbuka ti aecheche kulira ku Southern Province enzo betera ngombe monga ni neo. Nani enzo betera ngombe? But I don't think I can do that because I grew up from the village and I know everything, all the protocols. That's why I think next time, Chiripuino, the president of Inca, Apitako leadership, your councillor, or Paki Neo Mayor, or Paki Neo MP, so that as Vakov into Vuchitika. Because it's not good like that. Because a president, no matter how big you are, no matter what powers you have about the constitution, you are supposed to go and kneel down before the chief. But you are calling even the chiefs, you are the one who is sitting on the chair, you make the chiefs stand behind you. My chief, do you know Mr. Hakainde Hichilema and UPND to say, so do you think those chiefs are they are your capacitors? Time is coming. olubalini mafumu wokumbuka mafumu wokumbuka. Remember your record, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema. In Chama, you arrested the chief. In Chama, your government arrested the chief. You saw what they said to those chiefs in Chama. You think mwana nunga nwokondwera boma yanu imanga chief kwa Chama. Osa kutoka hapo soti mwiwera wachifi wasu mpetauke pama ina soko veitaniwa nakapokola yuyi okuzoita chief to say this is you are just like a chief, we don't care whether you are a chief, a pushing you kupona pansa chief from you, your police. You think once a voru mafumu, instead of apologizing, you have got guts of warning them kuwa warning na mafumu. No bakujatitieni ambani kuyamba kubapanga bakwaya ni maloza, abomination. You can't tell the chiefs to say yambani imba nyimbo lomba hii. No. In fact mafumu wezofunika asemebezebega ikakula bankara wose mu mipando. Mwaimba mweka national anthem mkasilisha aechechi mwezofuka kionkala pansi pakati pamene pala nombo kama na mfumu weka mafumu ezofuka mtosa mpando nompasa na echechi tusenkarani, but you go even and stand addressing the chiefs. Where? Niba ni president echitapa address my chief. Ku state house uko checking ani mulina kwa kalama president 26. Check the records are there. If any president addressed the chiefs like that, addressing the chiefs, kuwafura mafumu wasu, komataona maloza. That's why we keep on praying so that the praise singers should stop insulting. Wenzeko kumalawi wenzo tukana ma praise singers. Boma ni lomweni, aliwanza kambako ni either mkati. Go to Malawi, search about Norman Chisare, who is a honorable now. Was in, out. Abamba sabe wafitoka panja, wamumanga. Antoka chan, that's what Takwera delivered. This is the same what Mr. HH has delivered. If we today, what does he delivered? One, abduction. When you have the Pamela Tisopa, those 11 girls, where is that issue? Up to now, it's quiet. Abduction. Yachoka pale de Pamela, Veruta huko wa Muma, Magistrate Muma, was abducted. There have been about 11 girls, and I was there. I was one of the people who went there to see them. If you remember very well, I was on that matter. We tried to look for them. Kusakira barabana, wenze 13 anakas, wenze to abduct, tachoka hapo, waruta ku Western Province, to abduct your judge for the first time in the history. Yacharocha after independence, a judge to be abducted. For the first time in our history, for the member of parliament to be abducted. For the first time, a lot of people being abducted. Just now, Ambassador Mwamba, yesterday, or even if it's today, Black App has been abducted. And is in hospital now, is abducted, was badly beaten, tortured. But that's what Mr. Hakainde Hichilema wants. Instead of calling for even the arrest of those abductors, but he moves with the same abductors. Ambassador Mwamba, you worked at the State House in 1990s. You were working at the State House. Ambassador Mwamba, you saw if any person has committed an offense from State House, it will be either be suspended and taken to court. But for the first time now, when any person does anything wrong, then he will be rewarded at State House. That's when he will be very close moving with the president. The Zambian people are watching. Those chiefs, they are watching. Ambassador Mwamba, you can imagine the president even calling chiefs to say, don't chase us when we want to come and get your land. my chief, you can't address them about issue ya land. Mufunika mabapempa to say tupempa ko land kuli mweo tipase nkwani tisungepo ng'ombe lunch tifakepo maranchi yao yayo kufulopanga kuli konse na kuwapula machifu awakanira okyobayita machifu nokuzoba kalipira to say don't chase us when you want to establish ranches in your chiefdom. A president nishima advisors verutaku ni wamenea omuchitana advice verutaku. You can't. Ali wonso ofuna malo kuli a chief yo ofuna mangapo ngati state land kuli yo mufuna traditional land from a chief mukuya kuyobwada mambo chano kapena mwabemba ambassador Mwamba, how do you call mwenemushi? I don't know how you
Mwine
call
Lubemba.
ambassador.
Uh,
Oh, Mwine Lubemba.
about the headman or who?
No, the chief. Mwatu calling in a class to say Chalo, Mambo. Now I don't know in Bemba or how do you call them?
Yeah, no, exactly that. You know,
Yes. So
chiefs are about land and chiefs
so
are
the
about
chief is supposed to
people.
go there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you are supposed to go there. When you go there, you kneel down from them. You ask for land.
Correct.
From there, you be given. Not calling them, then you start addressing them. You start mocking them like maybe they are your workers. No. Even on the NRC there, on the NRC, there's your village and your chief. The name of your chief is there. So which means he's a very respected person. At the NRC, there's no name of the president. No. There's the name of the chief. Even on the passport, this passport, when you check this passport, the chief is there. But the way the chiefs have been reduced, no, even them, I can tell you, Ambassador, to say they can't wait for next year independence because they have seen the abominations which are going on. Look, Ambassador Mwamba, check the record for the accident from June until today. They have they have gone in numbers. I'm sure when we go to the statistics, there are more than the accidents which have been happening for the past 4 years. Just the accident which has happened from, look, everyday buildings, there's buildings they're on fire, accident all over, abomination things. It's because of God said no to such leaders. Which means there's something wrong with the leadership when those things are happening in the country. That's why if we had a president who believed in God, he was supposed to call for prayers. Because what is happening is not good. If the president believed in a Christianity values, he was supposed to quickly call for prayers to intervene on the things which is happening. Because you can't just sit to say, no, whatever is happening is okay. It's not okay. For the first time, to have the embassy in the country, not in the country, but not in the world, the whole world. No country has ever experienced that. It's our first, it's a first thing, it's a first case in the world. To have the embassy for 4 months. And imagine a president, a former president. So, Ambassador, I can tell you to say, the chiefs, they're just waiting for time, for independence. I can assure to you, Ambassador Mwamba, to say, go back to the results for 2020 for Malawi. It was exactly the way HH became the president. The way HH became the president, that's exactly how Chakwera became the president. The numbers are the same. HH won with 1 million votes. Chakwera won with 1 million votes. Mutharika had lost with 1 million votes. The difference was 1 million. And Zambia also in 2021. Hakainde Hichilema won. ECL lost with 1 million votes. Check on the Google. Those with Google. Check. Konshani mweka pa Google. Imlangisheni ma results ya kumalawi mu 2020. Koma palero ma pressing abakuza pa wakambati yai a president angaruzeri ni vimavoti vechi wina navo ni vinyinji a president awa until 2019 na veva lilale na mangono nolija akuti yai mpaka 2019 vonse vili bwino but muliechite deliver vili vonse ngati wa president vaya mechita deliver ma sausage airport yamuita kuti lero kuti ma sausage airport ngati venze vachosapo kuri vantu va mukantri mwacho lomba wati momweyo mwachita deliver my abductions because the only thing you have delivered is my abductions, sending people to prison, sending your opponents to courts, dividing the country on tribal lines, tribalism. Tribalism right now, let's not beat about the bush, Ambassador Mwamba. Tribalism is at 90%. That's why now I can only call the people to say, to stop this tribalism, let the president declare to say everyone should be Tonga. You're going to see there won't be any arrest. There won't be any arrest. There won't be any people being sent to prison. There won't be any people being sent to in exile. If all of us, I'm sure, maybe yesterday when he called the chiefs, he was just supposed to ask the chiefs to say, can all the chiefs change? We want the Zambia to be southern province. I'm sure. By then, I'm sure everything was going to be okay. We can't even experience any arrest, any people in exile. That's why I'm Ambassador Mwamba.
Yes, my brother.
You can imagine your daughter calling you and then telling you to say, can we change daddy? Can we change so that we can start living well? Can we change our surname to be Habanda? Hajeje Habanda.
Yeah, I've personally been disappointed that up to now the president has not acted on the tribal rantings by the Chief Executive Officer of the Road Transport and Safety Agency, RATSA. I think Engineer Emmanuel Mwamba should have been dealt with. But like many people are saying, look, just the following day, the president was swearing in 6 people. And out of 6 people, 5 were from one, ethnic ethnic region, one same tribe. So it's like people like Emmanuel Mwamba, therefore, are free, are safe, because the practice of tribalism is right from the top. Baba, before I go to Malawi, I know we need to look at Malawi. Let me play what this Mwamba said, and then I play Father Oscar Mwansa has also condemned the issue of chiefs being made to sing slogans by the head of state.
The mathematician. So I issued an instruction with he's got a distinction in mathematics. So I'm number 2. So I asked Madam Chira, I didn't want to interfere. You see, me, I can't interfere directly with the recruitment. So the one who have Chira, that no guy, no, the one who came second sir, first sir is this one. What would you part? So I called after Madam Chira. I said, okay. I called Mona. That Mona. And I'm the one, this guy, I don't know him, but he brought his certificates early this year to me. And then me and Mona, before Chilara started or everything, me and Mona looked at his CV. It was brilliant. So Mona travel to recruit for Waganchere. Make sure. So now I'm going to remind him, that's the guy I'd forgotten. So he went there and sorted it out. Go,
abantu baba bali mu community ya strategic report bandira ngiye ngokuyamba ngeyo then abo bikama max bonke banobikira yuli amapati kutega omwaka ego mundula good record
planning and monitoring officer Baganchere nongo wewe yawe
chia taroba ajirembera kandijinga mwali
imagine no ndakamwambia they said Mona with this one we're not leaving, we're going to move it. So they demoted the one who was number 1 to number 2. Oga Hansford muga into it. Then ndamwambia ndamwita ya list yagarete.
Oh, it's a petition.
But would you part northern party? I said, Madam, look at that list. What's wrong with it? But it's okay, sir. So
are you sure?
Yeah, so Ndamba, are you okay with that list, Madam? But these are the ones that were shortlisted. Ndamba, Madam, look at the names. Zambia doesn't come from the east and the west and the north alone. That's when she looked again. Remember, I didn't realize that. So she took the list. I said, no. I said, you know what, Madam, Zambia is more diverse than that, and I'm not signing off something like that. I'm tolo. So she took the file away last week. Remember, we'll have a look again. And I know that list was
Mona used this car. He's Ford Ranger. That's how we went. So Madam
Oh, is that so?
For sure.
Oh. Okay, but that's why he's there, Mona, to make sure that everything is sorted out. Because
position.
They will consolidate. Yes. No, that one I'll make sure that we will. What's her name? You know that the 2 officers now that are there, once in Batok, the HR officers, the Banda. I'm going to one
but that one
will be key. Yeah. No, I'll make sure.
Hello, good evening. My colleagues, my friends in Zambia, good evening, everybody. Just thought about to say something regarding what transpired in the meeting between our Republican President, Dr. Hakainde Hichilema, and the Zambian chiefs, and probably at the present of some of the paramount chiefs. And of course, we hear what has happened. The abductions have continued in our country. The latest now is a guy, I don't know, with this guy, they are calling him Black Apple or something like that. Abductions, beatings, violence. Now let me go back to what transpired the meeting between our president and the chiefs, most of the chiefs in the country. There has been some reaction from the Zambian people, and of course also from my part as well, some sort of a reaction, because I was so much amazed. I was amazed because of what happened when a huge number of chiefs, respected chiefs, were addressed in the matter that all the Zambian people have seen and have observed. I am not going to talk about what the president has, the way he addressed the chiefs. I think my concern at the moment is to speak to certain people who are going to be now the future leaders of our country. I know President Hakainde Hichilema has his own advisors who can advise him whether what he did was correct or what he did was wrong. So my concern is to speak to the future leaders. I allow myself to call some of the names. Babran Munduwile, Kasonde Mwenda, Ichawa Iche of Bino Mpondo, Kangombe, Shaka Fuswa. I'll call also Makebi Zulu, young man. I'll call even some of the people who are not politicians, like council, anyway, I'm calling about you. You are going to be the future leaders of Zambia. You people are going to be the future leaders of Zambia. Never should you dare treat the chiefs in this manner. Kasonde Mwenda, I'm calling about you. Bino Mpundu, I'm calling about you. This is so serious. Babran Munduwile, Shaka Fuswa, and other people who are not going to, I'm not going to mention here. Please, never should you treat the chiefs the way we saw this happen today. On the national registration card, you will never see a name of a president appearing there. You will see the names of the chiefs, where our parents, they came from. In my case, from Chief Chitembo. That's the chief which appears on my national registration card and nothing else. Imwe Kasonde Mwenda, never make this mistake. Binwe Mpundu mwewa ichemwe. You are politicians.
Wow, that was a matter. Father Oscar Mwansampombo from Italy, Catholic priest, who's a good activist, also giving views about how the chiefs were mistreated. What is your view of the elections in Malawi?
Yeah, thanks so much. But before first we go to the elections in Malawi, Ambassador Mwamba, let's talk first about the audio.
That's okay.
Yeah, so look, that Ambassador Mwamba, if we have got a well-meaning president who is against tribalism, he was supposed even to address the same issue with chiefs yesterday. But what does he do? He keeps quiet. Nothing. He has never talked about it. Even all the ministers, no one has talked about it. Exactly what happened about the abduction of the member of parliament. The president was just quiet. He just came to call the same MP to say a thug who had attacked the police. You see, so the president, if is involved in those things, he usually defends those people. That's why I can assure to you to say he has never condemned up to now. He has never even asked the chief or the even asked the chiefs to say whatever happened at Laksa, it wasn't good. You Bembas, Northerners, and you from Easterners, we are the same. No one is equal than the other. And what that one from Ratsa, what he did, it wasn't okay. So I've fired that person. Now imagine if Ambassador Mwamba, what that CEO Mwamba said, if it was said by you, or if it was said by Binwe, or if it was said by Wamundubire, if it was said by Kampiongo, as we are talking right now, they would have been inside. Look where is the Ethel Chisono. Up to now, there's no difference with that person. All of them, which means they have committed offense. But because that CEO, he's got a special surname, that's why he can't be answerable of any tribalism. What is saving him? It's a surname. Surname. This is what has saved that person, that CEO member. It's because of surname. But if he had our surnames, he wasn't going to survive up to now. That's why we are saying to say, maybe it's better we just declare as we are waiting for independence, these 10 months which are remaining. Ambassador Mwamba, it's better all the people in the country, they should just change the names, the surname, so that the country now, they can be peace. There can't be any arrest. There can't be any seditious. I'm sure even if the country can change, all of them, they can change their surname. I'm sure even cyber security, what Mr. Hichilema promised the people, that immediately when you elect me, I will appeal this law of cyber law. I'm sure when we change the surname, he can even reappeal, he can direct parliament to say, can you change this law? Can you remove this law? Let people now start talking, because I'm sure, but it will take time again. It can't be remaining. Not all of them, they are going to learn how to speak the same language, because the country has got more than 72 languages. So you can imagine these 10 months which is remaining. They're not going to manage to change, to know how to speak the same language which has got immunity. Because we have got certain language has got so much immunity, whereby you can insult them, you can insult wherever you want, you will never be prosecuted. Because Ambassador Mwamba, what is the difference with those people who are calling Israel to say, who circumcise you? Difference ilipa na Ambassador Mwamba na Etheno Chisono ni same. But where is Etheno Chisono? He's arrested. Where is those people from Western Province? Where are they? They are enjoying because they've got immunity, because of the tribal. This is why, Ambassador Mwamba, we are saying to say, from now, we'll continue now talking. Check on electricity, Ambassador Mwamba. There's tribalism in electricity. Certain tribes with the immunity, they've got electricity 24/7. But in Lusaka, go to Mwamba right now. There's no electricity, it's dark out. Go to certain areas, those without immunity. There's no electricity, there's not shedding. Where is our electricity? It's being sold. But when there is crisis, it's just the same. Ambassador Mwamba, if you have got shortage of milling in the country, you can't continue selling maize. If you have got, even if you had signed a contract with a country to say, I'll supply you with maize, but if there's shortage in your country, you need to stop. But Mr. Hakainde, has he stopped selling electricity? No. Go to Botswana. Our electricity is they're enjoying. People from Botswana. Osta enjoy malai kiasi Botswana. Kuna Namibia osta enjoy malai kiasi. Kukongo osta enjoy malai kiasi. Komaseo bantu basovutika ndio zuora daily makampani yusebenzali ni production. There's no production in a lot of companies. Kuliye kuko chichitikali ni makampani. Chifukwa cha chinji chogulisa malai kiaso. Kaile waziva kutuse kuisteni huku yai kulie na mwezi mwa Mungu ambasada Mwamba ula Mwamba siwo akabati avena chipata no vakuiste na ngataleta nemu pali ya chipata tizambo chosapo ngataleta nemu ni yakunozeni monga Mwamba nishini kuchosapo na milandu ndiye mwamene papangila ngati ulibe ngati ndiwaku chipata waza kupangira milandu. In Panoran Pangira Mirandu, because I don't have any case. I'm challenging the whole lot of press singers, even the whole president, all of them. Wakakame mland when chita wa Mwamba mairo. Waka so evokam. Because that case, according with the Iramland wait later, Ambassador Mwamba. They will later just because ya abduction, kuvara case ya abduction. There was no case there. That's why even they took me. Now here, my praise singer, Wakamba, no, you would have stayed. They don't know what happened. I was supposed to be killed. Where is Edward Banda? Edward Banda today is 6 feet under. He's the one who took my medicine. The medicine which they bought for me because they had refused my relative to bring medicine for me. Then they brought that medicine. But thank to God that no believe mulungu. That's why I'm checking Ambassador Mwamba. When you go to my Facebook, check all the radio programs I used to take Ambassador Mwamba. You find that we were starting with those programs with the prayer. Ambassador Mwamba, go to Petauke. You are going to find that I contributed to build more than 20 churches in Petauke, more than 20 churches. Even the people of Petauke Otamba, Vangakambe, Pavalembe, which means no believe muri mulungu. That's why in Apano, it's not that I'm clever. Ni chakutirini ndino chenjera ni purumuka. Koma ni mulungu eni chosapo. Kamba tu weo tkalina we na nchito. Kukusa independence ya tufukotola. There's independence which we want to get. So you still, we are supposed to use your Ambassador Mwamba. It's not that you are clever when you are there. It's because I'm sure it's God who said, okay, let me allow him to be this side. Because if God never allowed it, Ambassador Mwamba, maybe you're going to involve with me in an accident along the way to where you are. But why? It's because God allowed it.
Thank you, Baba.
To come to...
Thank you, Baba.
To come to Malawi now.
Yeah,
Malawi,
before you come to Malawi.
Malawi and...
Yeah. Before you come to Malawi, Baba, let me just... We'll be opening the phone lines. We are discussing, we are reviewing the week, the momentous events of the week. I am at the United Nations annual general meeting. The UNGA, as they call it, the UN is celebrating 80 years. 80 years. Sadly, President Hakainde Hichilema hasn't been to the UN for the last, he was last there in 2023. So he's missed the General Assembly so many times, 3 times in a row. He has missed the General Assembly 3 times in a row. is a UN important, extremely important. I've personally called for reforms so that they recognize what we are doing. We are also reviewing the remarks by the president to the chiefs, the remarks by the president to make the chiefs sing the national anthem and sing a slogan of One Zambia, One Nation. There are a lot of concerns there. We are also discussing the Malawi election. So at this juncture, I will allow my dear brother, Emmanuel Banda, to give his remarks, and then the phone lines are open. The phone lines are open. You can call us. Honorable Banda, just give us your views about Malawi elections, and we open the lines, we hear from our people.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ambassador Mwamba. Ambassador Mwamba, you know me, my grandfather was born from Malawi, and he stayed there until he moved from Malawi to Kabwe by road. By road, not with a vehicle, but he walked from Malawi to Kabwe via Petauke. That's what my via Petauke, via until he crossed Rwangwa, just by foot. But there, it wasn't just maybe 1 week. He spent a lot of days on the way to move from Malawi, where he was born, where he grew up from, to come to Zambia. So I know the history between Malawi and Zambia because I'm privileged to have relatives in both countries. And I was born in Zambia, so I know. I know the two things, or the two countries, how they are. So let's go back first to independence, Ambassador Mwamba. Ambassador Mwamba, Kaunda and Kamujubanda, surprisingly, all of them, the first president of Malawi and the first president of Zambia, they were born in same year. All of them, they were born in the same year. Then from there, they ruled all of them. They were the longest. But all of them, they were removed. When they were removed, all of them, they were followed by their predecessor. Then fast forward, in Malawi, in Malawi, we lost the president. When we lost the president, was a sitting president. Then the one who took over, it was Banda. And he only ruled for 2 years. Then 2 years, he lost to Mutharika. Same in Zambia. The one, we lost a president, a sitting president. Zambia lost a sitting president. The one who took over, it was Rupia Banda. Rupia Banda stood, he ruled for 2 years. He to Michael Chimfiasata. Fast forward, ECL ruled 1 term. Mutharika ruled 1 term. Mutharika lost Chakwera by 2 point, by difference. Dr. ECL lost to Hakainde Hichilema by 1 million votes. So you have seen the way we are moving, Ambassador. We are moving like twins. Then from there, Ambassador, in Malawi, before going this Malawi, before the people, they said they had signed, Chakwera and Chilima had signed to say Chakwera will do 1 term and to Chilima. So Chilima is the one who expected to take over from Chakwera. But we lost Chilima in June, a year before, 1 year, 2 months before election. And let's come to Zambia. Zambia, a lot of people had made decision because of the injustice and because of democracy and because of the economy and because of a lot of things. They had said they want ECL. And we lost ECL in June, 1 year, 2 months before. We are now. We are talking. You are talking now. The one who was supposed to be president of Malawi, they lost him. And in Zambia, the one who was supposed to be president, taking over from HH, we lost him. So right now, Malawi, they have changed. So even if they have changed with the president Chakwera, the same Chakwera who won with 1 million votes, has lost with more than 2 million votes. So it's the same thing next year, which is coming, Ambassador. Let's go back to Chakwera before we come to Zambia. Chakwera started arresting opposition, started chasing, arresting and chasing them, the policemen. And let's come to Zambia. Hichilema started arresting opposition, started chasing policemen from their position. Things became hard. Things are hard. In Zambia, there was no, in Malawi, there was shortage of fuel. In Zambia, there was load shedding in Malawi. Zambia load shedding. So we at the same. So whatever has happened to Malawi, it's an eye opener. In Malawi, we saw the government officials insulting Ambassador Mwamba, insulting church leaders, Catholic,
Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Baba. We seem to have a first caller. Let's just take some calls.
Also happening.
Let's just take some calls, Baba. Let's just take some calls. Hello, caller. Tell us your name and where you are calling us from. Hello? You are calling? Okay, switch off the other device you are listening from so that you can be clear.
Yeah, I'm calling from Kapanana.
Okay, yeah, please make your contributions. But wakamba tulina 10 hours malait kukomboni.
Mani kavutika. Onchito zo apaya mwanzangu bana zinkhala zapi. Nchito tinasakiriya teka pati malaita mna njani zote zinkhala zapi. Abantu kube vana wachita. Tezo panga ndalama izo previous one mwamene previous. Tezo chita kuna bwili no manja apa no sure tina pinchili. Otherwise vana wachita.
My brother, government yakambati.
Hello?
Government yakambati muma township vamipasa malaiti 10 hours to 15 hours. Manje okambati muli mu mfinzi.
Vapoza malaiti sabu yapo kwa so hapa munga kuna pa yakabwela na 24 hours. Almost 02 ya end. Vapoza so hapa ni choma. I was listening to your program. Let me just call you. Maybe it's Africa and for sure Africa.
Okay, thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, bro. Mr. JJ Banda, thank you. Continue this. Please, the papa, to fighting in. When to fighting in, we see you. Let's 2026, we see you. Please, fighting in. Please. God will help you. Please.
Thank you, my brother. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Hello, Ambassador Mwamba. This is Sinyangwe Danny from Canada.
Yes, Mr. Sinyangwe.
Mulibwanji wa JJ Banda, or should I say it in Mambwe because I know your mom is Mambwe. Muliuli ya JJ Banda. My question today is, I'll just look at the follow-up of what has happened. Number one, I'm still saddened to know that the Latsa boss is still the boss of Latsa after what we saw and heard on that audio. Second, I'll talk about you, Ambassador Mwamba. Thank you for just being the person you are. We've been watching you, QUN. And then the most saddening part, we still have the Lumbani Madodas want to disagree when they are seeing things which are happening. And this is something that I just don't understand about these people. They just always want to praise and insult, but they don't have solution or alternative to anything that is happening. And the third point is, if you look at the election in Malawi, people are saying that won't happen in Zambia. But I'll tell them to say, look, there's no way the people in Malawi can vote for someone who's 85 years old and leave someone who's 70 years old. The voting in Malawi shows that the people in Malawi didn't want a president who's just a Johnny Tushimi, someone who was intimidating their rights. And it's the same thing that is going to happen in Zambia. The people of Zambia are going to look at the current president who has offered nothing to the promises that he was promising. So for us now, this is not an issue of like who's going to take over from them. The people of Zambia have already decided. Now the issue is, the call is on you, Ambassador Mwamba. The call is on my JJ Banda. This is to volume up the volume of like, let's talk, let's continue mobilizing people to go out and vote. So we just want to thank you and continue doing what you're doing, Ambassador Mwamba.
Thank you very much,
God
my
bless
brother.
JJ Banda. Yeah.
Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Good evening, Ambassador. My name is Mrs. Unknown from the AI Kingdom.
Yes, my dear sister.
As usual, I'm just here to talk about, I think, the issue of the chiefs and what happened. It's so sad to see our president do what he did to the chiefs. I think we should know that we are a country where we respect our culture, our tradition, and for me, it's like you are here not to respect these people. He needed to respect that. And I've seen some notes from somebody by the name of Chongo saying the chiefs were very happy. They didn't, protest as people are putting it and all that. It goes to who is this person who even wrote that? Is it the chief from the only province where we can easily identify? I think so, maybe. For me, it's a big no. Let's have respect for our chiefs and all that. And for me to bring them in that kind of setup, Ambassador, there are two issues. We have the issues of the Bill 13, which was, I think, deferred, as well as the Bill 7. So are they trying to bring the chiefs together like that so that they solicit the issue of Bill 13 and Bill 7? Because I know maybe going around, they think it will take a bit of time, so the best is bring them in one point and make sure that they say a yes to a Bill 13, which we have said a no to as Zambians, because we understand the repercussion of having Bill 13. Remember, at one time, Ambassador, there was an issue of land in Wapula where they wanted to give 6,000 hectares to some foreigners. Imagine it was under this act. That land could have been easily given to those people. And who are the people who are going to lose? The people who live in those areas. They're just going to remove them out of that place. So let's protect our chiefs and also let them protect the land that they take care of. And let's not allow Bill 13 to come back in Parliament to go through. Same as Bill 7. Is it Bill 7? Yes, same as Bill 7. So for me, that's what I wanted to talk about. I don't want to waste much time. So I'm talking to the Zambians out there and the chiefs, those of you chiefs who will say, no, okay, it's okay, let's support Hakainde Hichilema for this. No, let's not support him to bring back Bill 13. Our chiefs, we love our Zambia. It has very rich heritage, a very rich culture. So let's protect our culture. I think that's my submission, Ambassador.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, we have, let me take some more calls. Let me take some more calls. Mwantu Akwalesa, please go. We are hosting Honorable JJ Banda, former MP for Petauke, the independent MP. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening, Mwamba.
Good evening.
Yes, essential Banda.
Mr. Banda, Honorable MP, yes, Honorable former MP.
Yes. I just want to say a few words.
Yes, sir.
As regards the chief and the chiefs and interaction with the president.
Yes.
Much as yes, the president has got the right to interact with everybody and to bring us together. But I think we need to draw a few lessons. Firstly, is that authority is built on history and not ballots. Traditional leaders' power is derived from centuries of trust, customs, and deep knowledge of their communities, and not modern politics. And therefore, our chiefs are guardian of history and also the stewards of the people's future. And as such, when we interact with the chiefs, we must be wary of their expectations. Their expectations is that words must be matched with tangible deliverables, as it were. And when you interact.
Honorable Banda, are you there? We lost him. Okay, I think we've lost. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Mwamba. This is Sister Daughter of Zion. I'm calling. I just want to talk about the Bill 13, and I want to talk to the chiefs that they should not allow President HH, to pursue them for him to sign that Bill 13, because it will affect the all Zambian people, including the chief. It area bill it actually affect my chiefs once my Zambians once HH muntu muwo tu kwamba inga mwamureka wawe in control ya ma Bill 13 and Bill 7 bamuchitabwala kwamba tiasaine bya bintu utokuba using abo bonse babantu urazanda using a chiefs bonse kuyusing bonse babantu babatonga utokuba using akare babemba utokuba using akare kwamba bamuchitala ulikweta agenda ibyabya kwamba mazambians abashiyebo kwa kwamba baina biri byonse so batamuchitala ma chiefs bonse ba chief Mumba ba chief ndani bonse osati mumuchitala HH kwamba amubeyo mwe bonse mwenu mwaka muchitabwala ukusaina bebyo bimabiu uraka kuina bishaka ubonse nishikwamana uramkuka munanga maranzi onse akape ma foreigners so batamuchitala ba chiefs mwabona mbwaka bachita treat ni akabaita kokulya wakakuba chitoka itwana tushonto repeat after me ukaibana bali mu kindergarten bantu bakando bali ma chiefs besu bali mbutu pabulemu mu Zambia tulikweteka ucha mu Zambia turaba pabulemu tulierere kuba pabulemu ba HH babomba 70 ba Zambians so kuinensa na shesho shiba teraika bali kwete icha kwamba bakubura kupabulemu ma chief repeat after me wanka kwambira ma chief nkambora zanda basaine bya bimabiu mbyareta ibya kwamba tapeza auje Zambia kuma foreigners bachifi mwaka muchitabwara uwezo muntu uraka munanga byonse marandi eno akape ma foreigners ndimbinzanda kwamba ko ba Mwamba.
Thank you very much, my dear Ndalumba. Thank you very much.
Zambia, we must answer one nation. One nation, one people. One Zambia? No. You should be proud of your country. I noticed that the National Anthem was being sung here and some chiefs were seated. Please, we must respect our country. We must be proud of our country. So I shall repeat, one Zambia, one nation, one people. We shall repeat, one Zambia, one nation, one people. Exactly one people. When I say...
Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Good evening, Ambassador. Good evening, Vajay. I don't know Vajay.
Epo Balie.
Ambassador, inefo lingalanda fe. Ichicha museru ichitike mucharo chesu rero. Nangu ifinti fya museru na furu kuchitika nombe china chipuramu. Oro ine na amba no kurangurukanga. Chako watirimbina likwete capacity. Ukubanga journalist winga fwailisha sana. Ine wakateka nganaliwa fwailisha. Ukumone chifyarilwa bakuliremo. Because if fyandanga fyokwe bati. Na kumushita bakulireko. Because umuntu kwa kulirapo kumushi protocol ya kumushi yali kwa tomuchinshi sana kwambira pali mwine mushi bafiroro ngatwalanda na ngufye pali infumuisha paresha kumumbo bachifu mwewa bachima ichima chile pilibura chakuno mu muntu amenshuri onze bamwansa kombe bachintererwe kubika pofe na bachitembo ni mfumu isha chindama ishakwata mano yakwebatira ngunya babere bakateka tiba babika panshi no kubabika mu nshira nomba abantu abakupera amano kateka bafintu alefiro kuteka bwino abantu kairi abura amano nayo ayasarula otherwise tachiri bwino bachifu mwanza kombe mwikare panshi bachifu mwewa kumwana uko ba mwanza kombe ba mwewa mwali kwata governance mwali tantika bwino machifu domu yenu mwali shona fe mupinguro mirandu ne ana machifu domu yenu yali kwata na development ya pa mapepara muri mfumu ishasambirira ukwambira mukusambirira ukuisana kubufumu kuchifyadirwa lero muchinshite ti ufumepo pamurandu fye ubufumu bwaka pepara ubufumu watu pepara tetulinganye n'obufumu bwakufyararwa nabo ubufumu bwakusonda okufuma kuli leso mwino wa makayonse ewabikire ko butungurishu kweba tuyikara mu kimfurunganya politician president wa mano aya mukupoka mano kumfumu aye mfumu shamuteperesho fyarasunga abantu because imfumu shirateka abantu bwino n'ekifyarirwa ekisuma nomba kabiri babure ekifyarirwa bona ole yawe tochena bamwamba ba imfumu shonse shiumfofo tulelira shikara tondoro shiumfofo balelira na ifo turatekwa kumfumu so fwe batuteka kumfumu mofe babasaruireka tusekeremo so imfumu shikwate shu tumfo kwebati ukulira kwa ifo fwe bantu na ifwe kumfuike kumfumu shirande kwa mashiwe ya shikara tondoro ukwambira pali bachiruba balefukamine mfumu bakaunda balefukamine mfumu basata balefukamine mfumu nombange ikawo chayafuma kuisa yakubure mfumu kuisangusha kwati ni ba student nabo balerandira kwecharo chasa pilibuka no ba student nabo basanguka bakada nomba bamwamba twarafika kuisa awo mondini cha museru oro chimbi baje banda na mubombesheni PF yakokoro kubwera please abena Zambia akupusuka kwa abena Zambia ni PF please na ngumule mwana kwa PF abashayishi bamuna kwa kitapali Filipo baje na ngumwabo kutalira ndeni naba muchipani bamwambara ndeni naba muchipani PF ibwerere ku mumino yenu bakwe bati nomba tukwate foundation tukwate inshintiriro yakurusha ababa mukuru ababa onaula ifintu fyonse.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. Let me take a few last calls and we hear what Honorable JJ Banda will say. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from. Hello, caller. Tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Hello, Ambassador. This is calling from Livingston.
Yes, Wamwewa.
Honorable Emmanuel Banda, how are you?
It's very well, thank you.
I'm happy, okay. So, if it's come Charo Ambassador, we don't know where we are going because when you talk about presidency is an office. So we don't know president and his handlers in State House. I don't know how they are coordinating because that one, what had happened in Kuma Chiefs, I think the president was supposed to be guided by his handlers. Now, I don't know how they are coordinating. It's just unfortunate. Now the wonderful Kuranda Koimbiwa Mwamba, it's somehow Bajeje Banda Wachikatako, but also Namusa Mwenyasa Ikatako. That day when you are discussing with him, the effects of a government being in the forefront of disobeying court judgments, and also a weak judicial system. What are the effects to the economy and especially foreign investments? I'm a foreigners. Sometimes these guys who are ruling us today, they might think that they are punishing their political opponents when delivering some court judgments, and also their behavior towards the government's behavior towards the court judgments. Now, if the judiciary is very weak, normally that society chases away investments and especially foreigners, because foreigners, they cannot come and invest their money in an environment where they feel they are not protected. So if the judiciary keeps on being weakened, we are going to lose out a lot as a country economically. And this is how come you've seen that countries like America, they are almost pulling off their support to Zambia. I'm told some UN offices were shifted from Zambia. So all those are effects because most of the foreigners feel that the courts cannot protect them.
Bamwewa, please wind up quickly. Let me take the other cause.
Let the judiciary be independent.
Thank you, Bamwewa. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
No, please, I'm calling from the UK, sir. Ambassador.
You are calling from where?
From the UK.
Okay. Please make your contribution.
Yeah, it's just I just want to express my disappointment to our chiefs in Zambia. You know, what happened yesterday was very unfortunate. We expect chiefs to stand above and protect the sovereignty of the country, but what was subjected, and then listening to the reaction from this Chief Chongo, who reacted to the president's alteration yesterday, that no, that was okay. No, that wasn't okay. Chiefs must be respected. Those people are far much older than the head of state, and definitely they understand the nature and everything that goes into the country. So it will be very difficult for them to provide checks and balances to the country and to give guidance to the head of state if you can treat like they are, kindergarten kids, telling them to repeat after him. That was very disrespectful. And I applaud those other chiefs that did not attend such an embarrassment or a parading of embarrassment of chiefs. I don't know what we should do as a country to ensure that our chiefs remain independent, free from these politicians, because if the chiefs can be subdued in such situations, it will be very difficult for our country to progress and to keep our norms as a nation. So it's just that disappointment I wanted to express of our chiefs, and I hope they will definitely live above board and provide the checks and the balances like the chiefs that we have known always.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, caller. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm calling from the moon.
You're calling from the moon. Please make your contributions.
Kulanda ayakankala. Mwabomberi mkwaiba Mwamba na bajeje Banda.
Mkwai.
Ndeko mpanya pofie kafintu balanda bonse mkwai chishinka. Ero tuwale teko na ba mwisa. Tatwa kwete ama president. Takwali. Abali ama president yosibali mifu. Ndeko na mano yonse yale fuma. Ero tuwale teko na ba mwisa. Ushinga chindi kemfu balino sta. Nishale ishamika. Kuishamika kaidi mipamba. Mipamba chine. Ichi chintu tachiweme. Kuli fwe bene Zambia fwe ba ichibe ntambi. Ina na flewe na 1960 something. Lelo abaflash besu. Ekwalise amanyose. Ero ba kusaba ile. Ero kwa ishile ba president besu bakaunda bafisha bakufumu. Na sumina kuli bonse abalanda bashu ya msakwe. Papa kaidi kaidi kuisebanya ichine epo naperera papene.
Okay. Thank you very much. Honorable JJ Banda, let me bring you in. You say something.
Zambia, we must answer one nation. One nation, one people. One Zambia? No. You should be proud of your country. I noticed that the National Anthem was being sung here and some chiefs were seated. Please, we must respect our country. We must be proud of our country. So I shall repeat, one Zambia, one nation, one people. We shall repeat, one Zambia, one nation, one people. Exactly one people. When I say
Honorable JJ Banda, please answer the phone calls and also your views as we begin to wind down.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ambassador Mwamba. Ambassador Mwamba, what I can tell you is the first call from Kabanana, he said that there's no electricity in Kabanana. And it's dark out. And it comes around 24, it goes around 02. As it is right now, it's dark out. Ambassador Mwamba, I can assure to you to say, look, Max Moe, together with his M23, Ambassador Mwamba, and the vigilante of the colonial masters, all of them, they have been denying to say electricity is not being exported. But today, we saw the engineer Mwamba was saying that we withdraw some part of the electricity we are exporting to retrieve it. And Max Moore was there. But he's the one who was on top to say, no, we don't export. So what I can tell my brother from Kabanana is, aba bantu nibawenye. My brother, aba bantu nibawenye. Look, kuti muziva kuti nibawenye aba bantu bomunamani vamalaiti. Let's go back. 14 hours nalero ikaliyo wela. Vetala wenye. They lied to the people to say by 14 hours dollar will be back, will be 12 kwacha. But today dollar is 20 something. Aba bantu ni wenye. Even Malaiti, the way you said, my brother from Kabanana, ni wenye weka. So I can assure to you to say, my brother from Kabanana, right now they are selling the electricity. Okuli Samalaiti. Koma tuziwa. That's why I come by December, you start seeing the reduction. By December, you start seeing the reduction. Why they said that? Because they know to say by December they'll be remaining with only 8 months for them to hand over power. Or let's say 7 months for them to hand over power. So they know to say that one person if if they give you electricity, let's say 24 hours electricity every day supply, they know to say Pakine, you're going to forget about this darkness you are experiencing today. They know to say you're going to forget this darkness you're experiencing, this darkness you have been experiencing all these years. But I was sure to you to say, let's not forget about anything. Let's start remembering from 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. So even when we are in the ballot voting next year, when getting independence, let's remember these years, the darkness we have experienced, everything, the suffering we have experienced, the abduction we have experienced, the abductions we have experienced, a lot of things which we have experienced, let's not forget about them. So, and to tell you the truth, these people are bad people. But I assure you to say, the people of Kabanana, after independence, you will never experience that road shedding, because the government will get independence, and the government which will be there in power will be talking now, will be there, will be telling them to say, if you are going to deny the people the access to electricity, access to freedom, you are going also to exit in 2031 like the UPND. So let's remember. Then in number 2, the Canada person who was called about tribalism at Gatsa. The president can't talk about it. Let's ask ourselves to say, the president, what did he say when he called the archbishop to say Lucifer? What did the president, when the archbishop was blocked by the police to enter in the cathedral at his own church, the police blocking the archbishop? Did the president say anything? The president was quiet. So let's just know to say, we can only bring back rule of law and remove tribalism by changing this guy, by changing the UPND. So we need to register and then tell the people when registering to say, we need to get independence. Then let's come to the AI kingdom, the one who called. I can assure to you to say, the calling of the chiefs, Ambassador Mwamba, and the AI kingdom, let's underline the word what the president said to say, when we come to your kingdoms, when we want to establish lunches, you should allow us. That word was very big. The president we have right now, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, is a person who doesn't give up. And something and so near. He can even move with someone who has murdered the person, as long as he believes in that person. Moving with the abductors. Look, even the abductors of those 13 girls, the MP was mentioned. In those abductions, the MP was mentioned. From Seshek, did the police summon the MP to question him? No, that matter went quietly. And those girls up to now, no one knows where they are. from when they were released from where they were abducted from. They were abducted by the government again. They were kept isolated, those girls. So I can assure to you to say, the same way he said that when we come to your kingdom, don't allow us to establish the lunches. He's meaning the same Bill 13 to say Bill 13 should come back so that Mr. Hakainde Hichilema and the UPND government, they should get the powers from the chiefs, from the traditional land. So I can assure to you to say, on this one, on Bill 13 and Bill 7, let's support the Road Association of Zambia, what they are doing, and the people who are against it, who are talking on it, and even you traditional leaders, numpempani mafumu, tienti kambe, kuti mabiu ya sapite. Ona ni lero ambassador Mwamba. I can assure to you what they have done to NPA today is not good. More than 20 prosecutors, they have been chased from work to say they don't have qualification. But these prosecutors, they have worked in 3 government, in 4 government. Some of the prosecutors, they have worked in MMD, in PF, and now in UPND. But today they have been chased. That's why we have been telling them to say, no shirimo, akavamo. And you see, the same prosecutors, some of them, they were used to defend the injustice. But today, they have been kicked out from work. You can imagine, Ambassador Mwamba, more than 20 prosecutors, they have been chased from work to say that they don't have qualifications. But some of them, they have worked more than 15 years. Now you can imagine, Ambassador Mwamba, can someone work for more than 15 years without qualification? And some of them were policemen, became prosecutors. Before the law changed to say the prosecutors should be separate from the police. So they've been in service for so many years. But today, to bring certain surnames now, prosecution, so that they can be just pointing to say, arrest that one, without following the rule of law. That's why they've tested these more than 20 prosecutors. Anyone who wants to verify this, he should go tomorrow to the NPA offices there to check the list and check the people who have been fired. Ambassador Mwamba, it's not good. The people who have been fired exactly what the CEO from said to say Eastern, and Northern, and there are the people from Northern and Eastern. They are the ones who have been fired at NPA, the prosecutors. So all that, Ambassador Mwamba, we are not. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's get independence. Let's get independence. Let's register a lot of votes so that the way the Malawians, the way they have gotten independence, that's even us, the way we are supposed to get independence. We are supposed to get independence by more than 3 million votes difference if it's us next year. And some other people are asking to say, what about you? Are you going to vote? Yes, we are coming to vote. Even Ambassador Mwamba will be there to vote. Because we need independence. So that after independence, all the people can be released. Those who were sent to prison on political charges. Those who were sent in exile on political charges. And those who have been buried outside because of injustice in the country. All those who have been buried outside will come back. That's why Ambassador Mwamba can assure these callers to say, even Kasenengwa said, all these said the same, talk to the people from Eastern. We are talking to the people from all over, not just Eastern, even Southern province right now. Mutimvera of Southern Province. Velani, we need independence. For the first time, even when Southern Province, HH was born in Southern Province. How can you feel if today we lose HH and then the president who can be there, if he can deny the people of Southern Province to say HH won't be, the board of HH won't be taken to Southern Province, to Namwara or Wengwa or to Tumwezi? How do you feel? How can you feel? You can't feel okay. But for the first time, he wants CCL not to be taken to Petauke, not to be taken to Ndora, or to people where he grew up from. And then you are saying that, no, we need a dignified body. No. Wait for us. We are coming with ECL. We are coming with ECL. Next year, just...
Baba, your comment, your Baba, just a minute. Baba, your comment, I mean, you come back with ECL, you caused a serious issue. What do you mean you come with ECL? Did you mean ECL is alive? A lot of people were very concerned with your statement. Please explain.
Yeah, Ambassador Mwamba, we are saying now, right now, in our country, there is no freedom. That's why we have got this impasse, whereby we have got, for the first time in the world, a former president is not buried because of the current president wants to attend the funeral. For 4 months now, we are going to 5 months. We haven't buried. So there's no freedom. Look where you are, Ambassador Mwamba. It's because there's no freedom. A country where there's freedom, Ambassador Mwamba, you can't be there because you have never committed. Look the way you were tortured. Look me where I am here. I never committed any offense, Ambassador Mwamba. All the offenses which they are saying that I committed, they were not there. That's why they couldn't bring them. Even you, Ambassador Mwamba, if you had any offense, they were going to arrest you even in 2022. Even me, they were going to arrest me in 2022 or 2023. But immediately when I started the political journey, that's when they started, that's when they abducted me. They begged me to abduct. So, Ambassador Mwamba, in short, we are saying that right now, there's no freedom. And look, Ambassador Mwamba, you have worked at State House before. We have lost 5 presidents before ECA, who is number 6. We have lost 5 presidents. All of them, Ambassador Mwamba, the president we have lost. We have taken the body back to the village. And we have taken the body in some provinces for those people to do body viewing. But why is President Hakainde Hichilema want to deny people to do body in these other provinces, but he wants to do body viewing? So that's why we are saying that since he doesn't want other people to do body viewing, us now, we are going to come with ECL. We are going to bring back the board of ECL for every to welcome that body at the airport, to allow that body to go in these other provinces to do body viewing like the other 5 presidents we have lost before. The way their body went in these other provinces for people to view, to do body viewing to their president who's there. Because how can you bury, Ambassador Mwamba, how can you bury someone without his friends, without his relatives? The relatives are not allowed to bury the friends. The friends are not allowed to bury the friend. And then only the enemies, they are the ones allowed to bury that person. Can you allow that? No, we'll never allow. Even the people of Petauke, they are happy to say they are waiting for the body next year after independence. That's when they are going to do body viewing. And they will keep on praying to the Almighty God, to see to it that we can only bring the board of this year or next year after second independence, so that each and every Zambian who wants to do body viewing can do body viewing by then, like these other 5 presidents we have lost before. And all those, they can be around to welcome. Ambassador Mwamba, we welcomed the body of Michael Chilufya-Sata at KK. There was no restrictions. There were no restrictions. There was just order. People, the Zambian people, they have got culture. And when there's no commotion, that's when they behave well. But then they're saying, no, they can't be what? Is it the first president to die outside the country? Whereby you can put restrictions? The answer is no. So I can assure to you, Ambassador Mwamba, to say, I'm repeating again to say, we are only coming with Israel in the same plane with him next year after second independence, for everyone to have opportunity to welcome at the airport. From the airport, it will be taken home. From home, it will be taken maybe to Murungushi. From Murungushi, it will be taken to Petauke. And these are the provinces where it will be needed. Even Mr. Hakainde Hichilema now, since he's the president, the time is going to die. He's going to be taken, the body will be taken to Southern Province, to his village, and the other provinces also, to do the body viewing. No, it won't be that president who will be there. The sitting president will be there to say, no, 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 it won't be me who can do the body viewing. It won't be the board of President Hakainde Hichilema. It won't go to Southern Province. No. No. The future president will come by then, because we have got lifespan. So I can assure to you to say, even Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, he should consider this. Right now, he was supposed to call those chiefs to say, how can you help me to bring peace, so that maybe the family, they can be convinced to say there's peace in the country, so that they can agree to bring back the body. They shouldn't wait for independence, the second independence. This is what he was supposed to call the chiefs for, to ask for advice from them as elders, the custodian of our culture. But him, what does he do? He lectures the chiefs, and he wants land to grab lands from the chiefs. No, no, no. It's uncalled for. Even you, Mwamba, when you become the president, if that's the time God will call Mr. Please allow, if the families are going to tell you, Ambassador Mwamba, as the president, to say, don't attend the funeral, no, don't attend. If the family says that we want to take the body to Namwala or Bwengwa or Dudumwezi, allow the body to go to Bwengwa, because that's where he was born from. Allow the body to go to Namwala. That's where he works from. That's where his farms are. They went to Funkonkalira, Ambassador Mwamba. Not no, we can't allow. Lumba Ambassador Mwamba. Olo kwanu kubabemba. Olo ni mungatole maliro ya mfumu shua. Monga ni kamwana ka 2 months. Olo ka 1 day. Pasi maliro ya fuika Lusaka. Osa enda kulikonse. Yakaende direct pa Embassy Park. Embassy Park. Chili ndinacho mwikumba mweka. So, next year after independence, that grave, we'll keep it for the one who has dug. For us, we are going to ask the family to say, this is the place where I want to dig, and that's where we are going to dig and bury nicely. That grave will be waiting for the owner. Ambassador
And he dug his own grave. The grave will be waiting for the owner. He dug his own grave. Mbuya JJ Banda. It's been a long day for me and also for you, and I'm glad that we've exhausted the question of the chiefs. For our dear callers, I think thank you for your interaction and for asking Honorable JJ Banda some questions. Let me invite him to give us his last address. Honorable J. Banda.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Mwamba. Ambassador Mwamba, what I can say, I'm calling for all well-meaning Zambians right now to start.
Sorry, before you say your last, because I'd forgotten that there was a caller waiting here. Sorry. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Indira Yamushi, calling from Mukushe.
Mkwai, make your contribution.
Mkwai, iringi ndisaleti kanabisa. Mwifya wano ba Emmanuel Mwamba.
Iyole saletu pala.
Kale walika shukuru. Wajeje Banda. Banda wako mulisha Mkwai.
Iyo wale umfo.
Twatotera Mkwai. Kanabesa ile ndafu kulanda pa fintu ikintu icho ichimponeshe sana kwa musawo. Icho ekintu ekyakutira ti ndefiwa n'okunwa menshi kabiri kirensa kamika mulandu wa kufa okufya entambi zesu mairo naleta mba uko yali ni live broadcasting yali abakateeka okoko baishire kolonganya enfumu shonse mukwayo okusa kolonganya katushikoti ishashere kofe kwati shakulu bali rumbirwa abagawa undi twaisa umfu okutira tiba mfumu okuma kunchende shonse isha muno mucharo chesu cha Zambia mumakona yonse 4 okuisa shikoronganika araba Mwamba kuli ifwe bambi kidatwa ishire kimona kwati nakalimo kukana kwate muchishi bamwambe chindera nda chishinka iki chishinka ba Mwamba ale mfumu ambassador Mwamba shakuchindika mfumu abantu abakwisa mu kukolonganya kwati mukolonganya ama students pa University of Zambia pakuti atibale kuita bale landa fye kutira ti kwenyu mfumu tesha kukolonganya kwati nakalimo wayamu kukolonganya kama kadas takwa abafiri aba Mwamba wana ebu Mwamba takwa abokwebe mfumu no kuyeba fye kutira ti totele nyapa mfumu tashitota fofere tule tota ni fwe Fubalingo kutoteba Mwamba ni fuebo kutotele mfumu tuwaya kuisano tuwafika kulia tuwashipero mchinshi wa Mwamba ufumu wafuma kulilesa kabili ufumu mfumu tatufile tuwamba kula shitita ingenji muma politics na kalia iyo chinacha musebanya wa Mwamba ito chindu nachi ifwe bana kukula kabita tuwalingano kwamba kutila ti chikabo ikeshe poli bichi ukokwa kutira ti wa Mwamba ukusende mfumu washitanta mikapalia ero lesha na mkushebo kutira ti imwe mfumu apa twachira imba national anthem imwe mwetu anokuima ukutira ti twachira imba national anthem ubufumu bwakale kabiri ubufumu bwafuma kulilesa nangu ni mukipingo ubufumu mu bwaba ubufumu eko bwali Zambia nishitaira abako ubufumu eko bwali America nishitaira abako United States of America nishitaira abako ubufumu eko bwali icharo cha Namibia nishitakira abako icharo cha Kenya takira abako tufire tuomba kupera omuchinji mfumu tampendo kulanda ifinde myeba landeno kutatu one Zambia one nation one Zambia one nation one Zambia one nation chile mfumu mulanda one Zambia one nation kuisaba Mwamba yangu kukoronga nikafia mfumu fye kulia kuine kukana kwato muchinshi kulia ba Mwamba kukana kwato muchinshi imfumu tulingiro gwashikonka kuisano alera gatekutira tawa politician bonse aba bafumapo bali tumpa nangu bakateka bafumapo bonse bali tumpa nakalya iyo bali konko olutambi tufire twaya kuli bagawa undi tufire twaya kuli bamupezeni twaya kuisano ngana bakwata mafia ndu bakwete kulya kunchende kundu bali eba fire batibondera mafia bakwete tani kukomba kwa structure
Thank you, my brother. Let me take the last call as well. Let me take the last call. Thank you very much. I think your point is very clear. Hello, caller. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from. Your last caller.
Hello.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Job 1313.
Job 1313. Okay, Job 1313. Make your contributions.
Yes, please. I'm a royal prince. First of all, I grew up in the palace and I saw what happened yesterday. It is quite disturbing and very shocking. Wajeje, how are you, my brother? Greetings from the land of Job. Mwamba, what happened yesterday, Ambassador, is unfortunate. There are guidelines which I want to talk about and what happens in a royal palace. One, chiefs existed before Zambia existed. Chiefs were there. Before colonization even started, chiefs were there. So in our tradition, a chief is what you call, he reigns. He rules over his people. And when he rules over his people, there are traditions and customs. And when you become a chief, even if you are a teacher, you are a soldier, you leave all those things behind. Even if you are a politician, you leave those things behind. You become a chief, it means you become a custodian of those traditions and values.
I think our brother is gone. Our brother is gone. Baba Mwambela, my question, just listen to this last one, then you answer. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from. Yo, Baba. Make your quick contributions.
Couple two. My contribution, what happened yesterday was an embarrassment. All chiefs are supposed to be respected. What happened yesterday is a total disrespect of our traditional chiefs. Mafumu ni mafumu. You don't call I saw chiefs coming in. There was the king from the Lozis, and there was the Nkosi Yamankosi yet. But to ask the chief to repeat what the president, we respect the president, yes. The president bowed down to the chief. And I end there, Ambassador.
Thank you very much. That was our last call. I'm so sorry for the other callers. Honorable JJ Banda, I think now answer the last calls and you give your last remarks.
Yes, thank you so much, Ambassador Mwamba. Ambassador Mwamba, first, I want to collect. I said about 20 have been fired by NPA, the prosecutors. But the total number, it's more than 40 prosecutors who have been fired by the NPA. But they have said that they don't qualify. But these people have been police officers and they have worked. They have been in service for more than 15 years. And the majority of the people, if you have to list Ambassador Mwamba, majority are from and in northern province. You can imagine. But someone was busy preaching and one Zambia, one nation to the chiefs yesterday. But today, something has been done different, not knowing that he was chasing the chiefs on tribal lines. So, what I can assure these prosecutors who have been chased, who have been fired, next year after independence, you will be reinstated with immediate effect. And all those again, Ambassador Mwamba, under CDF, they have been giving loans to the people. But go to southern province, they gave cadres. These other provinces, when you go to eastern, Muchinga, they even arrested people. And some committee, some cooperative appearing in court in Mpika. In Kasama, they're appearing in court in northern, in Iwapula. But go to southern province, no one has been taken to court. So I can assure to you, though, you who got loan under CDF, that you campaign, you go flat out and campaign. You 40 NPA officers who have been, we are appointing you now, you are the campaign managers. You go flat out and campaign so that next year you should be reinstated. You, countrywide, monse muri mucharo mwitola ko loan ku CDF. Monse mwitola loan under CDF, ma cooperative. Apa pempane jara time ku court. After independence, ayo maloni yonse nishtika ibaleko will start on a new page. Because it's not people from Eastern Province, you are sending them to court because of failing to pay. People in Mpika, in Mukushi, you saw, they arrested 2 people, they went even in, they are serving the ambassador. But in Southern Province, no one has been taken to court, but no one has paid any money back to the CDF, to the bank, under CDF in Southern Province. Tomorrow, these things are there. You go at council, you go and check if in Southern Province there's any cooperative who have paid back those loans. No one has paid those loans back. But no one has been sent to court. But go to Eastern, councils, sending the cooperative to court. In Mpika, go there in Mpika. All of them are being sent. I'm sure this is the same tribalism we are saying. So you in any cooperative, you are hearing, wherever you are, ask even the same people from Southern Province who will never ask you to pay back those money after independence. You go with it just like that. Because we know when you got those loans under CDF, there was a drought in the country. Some of you used that money to buy fertilizer, to buy seed, so that you can invest into farming. Then after harvest, when you sell, you start paying. But there was drought. That money went like that. But today they are sending you to court. But I can assure to you to say, let them send you to court, but tell them to say, you are remaining with few months to get independence. Only 10 months now, it's October. Which means October, we are remaining with 10 months. 10 months. For them to go. For them to go. Tomorrow, they are doing their last budget. The budget which in every year, Eastern Province and Northern Province, Muchinga, every year they have been promising tarmac roads, which they have never done up to today in those budgets. They have been promising universities. They have never done. We don't know where the money is going for that budget. They have been promising university teaching hospitals. In Sorowezi, Ambassador Mwamba, There's the vice president went to commission a hospital in Solowezi. Up to now, there's nothing. There's not even foundation is there. But they were busy mocking to say, in Rwapura, you just did a foundation, you just did some building, but there's no university. Solowezi now, today, there's nothing, there's only Kapira on commissioning. And written to say commissioned by her honor, the vice president. That's the only thing which is there. So, people of Zambia, what I can assure to you is independence is coming. So register in numbers. You who are chased from work, you are the campaign managers who have appointed you. Those who are saying to say there is no opposition, Boma Nyamine ya Hakainde. He should ask in Malawi, Chakwera. He was saying the same. Check the ladies Chakwera used to have. Chakwera used to have ladies like it's in heaven. Everyone has gathered in the same place. But today, where is he? The same people who are drinking Mahel, they were drinking quietly. When they are invited to Lari, they were given material, they were putting on, they were not refusing, they were given to drink, they were drinking. Check the jubilation, Ambassador Mwamba, if you remember. Tayari even posted to say, this is how you choose running mate. If you seen Chakwera, the way he has chosen the running mate, everyone is happy. In the wrong way, you remember, Ambassador. But how were the results? 2 million difference. 2 million. And what a shame. So, in conclusion, I'm asking everyone to register as the mass registration for voters card is starting on 11th October after next week. Register in numbers so that we can vote. And I know right now, Mr. Hichilema is desperate. He knows what the friend, the twin brother, what has happened to the twin brother in Malawi. He knows to say automatically it will happen to him as the twin brother. So he'll be desperate. He will bring electricity. He will bring food. He will bring a lot of things. Don't even refuse to get those things. The Malawi Star, they were getting, if they bring in material, they were putting on, like they were with Chakwera. But when time to vote, Chakwera was not in the ballot box. Those people were alone there. They chucked him out. They were boxing Chakwera now in the ballot box. So even you people, even if tomorrow he pays you money and tell you, the UPND pays you money and say, all of you today change the sign names. Put ha to your names. Accept. But in your heart, just not to say, who claim our sign names after second independence next year.
Thank you very much,
After claiming your
JJ.
surnames now, you come and welcome us at the airport. We'll come together with everyone in the same flight.
Thank you. And thank you for your emphasis. Thank you very much.
We must answer one nation. One nation, one people. One Zambia? No. You should be proud of your country. I noticed that the National Anthem was being sung here and some chiefs were seated. Please, we must respect our country. We must be proud of our country. So I shall repeat, one Zambia, one nation, one people. We shall repeat, one Zambia, one nation, one people. Exactly one people. When I say,
dear colleagues, I was hosting former Petauke Central Member of Parliament, the independent, the one and only Emmanuel J. Banda, and thank you for all the calls and thank you for joining us. Tomorrow we'll be reviewing the budget that will be presented by Honorable Situmbeko Msokotwane, and I'll get someone to come and review the budget with me. So God bless you, stay well. Remember, our country comes first. We love our country first, and no one is bigger than our country. I think the nation of Zambia is what is important. We should never lose focus. So God bless you and see you tomorrow.